What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, do me a real quick favor. See that red subscribe button down below? Go ahead and push that and show your support for the channel. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came see me. So one that was actually my scent of the day yesterday, lounging around, kicking it around the house. So a little too classy for just kicking it around the house casual, but hey, I wanted to wear it. It is what it is. It is Dior Week. So first review of Dior Week. Let's get into it. So, all Dior all week long, except for my out the shower fragrances, because I don't want to just wear out my bottle of Dior Homme Sport for no good reason. Don't feel like spraying that one out the shower. So, what are we talking about today? The original, the delightful Dior Eau Sauvage, the Eau de Toilette. This is a citrus heavy fougere at its finest, really and truly. I love the way this one smells. I actually wore the Parfum today, and I see the heritage for sure. Obviously the Parfum's much richer and much deeper. So this one originally came out in 1966 and then re-released in 2009. It's classified as a citrus aromatic. On the presentation, I mean, it's gonna be pretty much the same thing that was with the Parfum. All of these bottles are gorgeous, so they're all gonna get the same rating. I mean, that's a timeless classic design of a bottle with the wrap that looks like a cigar seal going all the way around. And then the magnetic caps, which I'm sure they didn't have way back in the day, but the magnetic caps, so nice to have now. Those amazing Dior atomizers. I mean, it's just so beautiful. The presentation on these are a 9 out of 10. No doubt about it. Now, the scent, that's a different story. So it's a little bit different from the Parfum. So top notes on this one are rosemary, caraway, fruity notes, basil, bergamot, and lemon. In the mid, you're looking at coriander, carnation, sandalwood, patchouli, orris root, jasmine, and rose. And on the base, you're looking at amber, musk, oak moss, and vetiver. So what do I get from it? So I gotta keep an eye on my notes so I don't forget what I wrote down. So in the opening, it's actually very, very, very fresh, spicy citrus. A lot of lemon, a lot of bergamot, a lot of rosemary. And you do get that herbaceous basil kick for sure. You definitely can smell the basil. Oh, and you do get a little bit of the oak moss, believe it or not. And then once it starts to transition, it starts to get very mossy. The rosemary and the citrus tend to hold. The vetiver really starts coming to the forefront, and it starts to get, it's a little soapy on the vetiver and a bit grassy and green, but not too dirty for sure. When it comes to Dior, it's a bit clean on the vetiver side. And then in the dry down, you're looking at that, you know, oak moss and vetiver, a very mossy vetiver type of smell. The basil is still there. The citrus has burned off at this point. I don't really detect the rosemary anymore in the dry down. And then that's pretty much what's left. The scent on this one, it doesn't blow me away as much as the Parfum does. At the end of the day, the Parfum is the best one. If you can get the Parfum, get the Parfum. But this is no slouch either. This is a classic men's fragrance, a wonderful fougere. It's timeless. The scent on this one is gonna be an 8 out of 10. Longevity. So this is where it kind of takes a hit. It's a citrus heavy, summery fragrance. The skin scent portion of it wasn't really till closer to the 6-hour mark, but I really find it got really, really close at the 5-hour mark. So it's kind of in that 5.5-hour range. So for that, the longevity, it gets a 6 out of 10. Nothing to write home about. It's lacking for sure. It's in that 5.5-hour range before it becomes a skin scent. But you have to expect that from a citrus heavy fragrance like this. I mean, this is citrus dominant. It's a citrus aromatic. And then the projection, again, nothing real special. Kind of heavy in the first 30 minutes. Arm's length, maybe a little better. The following 30 minutes, it starts to get a little bit closer. After the hour passes, it tends to sit pretty close to the skin. You have a mild scent trail, very mild. Projection's not its strong suit. So projection on this one's gonna get a 6.5 out of 10. Overall, Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette, the original, is most certainly a 7.5 out of 10. Not a terrible rating because the presentation is next level, top notch. The scent is gorgeous and beautiful. Performance just isn't its strong suit. What I wore today, performance is its strong suit, but this has a place in the rotation. Really and truly, you could get away with having all four, not just from a collector's standpoint. If you just love this DNA that much, you could have all four fragrances for different situations and different seasons. This can be your daily driver in the summer, at work. Casually, you can go with the cologne. In the colder months, you can go with the extreme. Spring and fall, really. You can kind of get away with it in the winter. And then your more formal occasions where you want to be a bit louder, you can go with the Parfum, and it can go year round. You got to go easy on the sprays in the heat, but it's super powerful for the cold, for sure. So really and truly, you could get away with having all four of them. No issues, no redundancy. So as always, guys, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. Have you tried this before? Have you had a bottle? My middle-aged and older gentlemen, I know you've had to try this. I know a lot of you that still have it or used to have it and just haven't got around to getting the new formula. Yeah, I'm sure it's not what it used to be. I mean, hell, I wasn't around when it first came out. But I'll tell you one thing. If you like a good fougere, a good citrus aromatic, a timeless classic, this may be for you. They're not super cheap, but they're not going to break the bank either. It is of Dior quality. You're getting what you would expect from the house of Christian Dior. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Eau Sauvage, the Eau de Toilette, you give it a spray now, there's a very good chance you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.